Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I will be showing you how I budget. So before we begin, I am going to show you how I used to budget and then I'll show you how I budget now. So before I used to use this paycheck planner summary which I created on Excel, and the numbers here are slightly different than what they actually are. I put some different numbers. But I use this Excel paycheck planner, which I actually have available on Etsy, and it was working okay. But there were always things that were kind of not working. I also would put my cash flow on this spreadsheet. So I just want to go over some of the things that weren't working with me when I was using this setup. It was good because it allowed me to track what I was spending. The only thing is every week I would have to create a new sheet and nothing got put onto the spreadsheet. Like the spreadsheet was a standalone spreadsheet, and I had to every night after working, I would have to come home and put everything on the chart of what I spent. And the problem with this was I couldn't do it on my iPad. Even though this is a cloud-based template, it's always hard to use Excel on your iPhone or on your iPad. So I would come home and sometimes I'll be tired and I didn't really feel like filling this out. And sometimes I will have a transaction and I will always have a hard time tracking things because I wasn't doing things at the moment. So that was one of the problems with this setup, that even though I liked it, I used to budget my weekly expenses, get a summary. The data was not coordinated. It was not working with each other. And every week I started fresh and I really didn't know if I was following properly or not. And if I did, I would have to go back to my account and look within my account and see what I did and see what I didn't. So the data didn't really work with each other to give me information. I could plan it and see what was being planned, but if I wanted to see what I was spending, I would have to go back, look at what I spent, do the math, and it was just a bit time consuming. So that being the case, I wasn't too happy. There was an app that I was using that was helping me track what I was spending. And the problem with the app was that, one, it would crash often. When it did crash, a lot of times I lost a lot of my work. And for example, if I set up all my categories, then they would be gone and I would have to set them up again. If I wanted to have a spreadsheet of what I had to download a CSV file. And that was like time consuming to download, to convert it, to just have the data properly set. And I didn't have a dashboard with this. So I decided that this was not working for me. And I always really wanted to have a phone app that I could enter my data and have it go directly to my spreadsheet. So I wanted to develop my own app, and I did. And I developed this app here. It's the Prosper app. I basically wanted to incorporate everything that I wanted out of an app. And number one was being able to add my transactions wherever I was at, whether it's on the train, in a cab, in an office. I wanted to be able to see where I was at and check what I was doing. And I just want to preface this next part by saying that these are also made up numbers, and this is a template that I'm using to show it in actual working, how it works. So I'm using this app currently to help me manage and oversee my finances, and I'm very happy with it. And I know that sounds kind of like self-appreciating, but I really designed something that I wanted to use and could use and actually use it and be happy with it. And personally, I'm happy with it. I'm going to show what I do, and I think you might like it too. It is available on my Etsy store, and I'll show you how I actually budget. So the first thing that you do is you add your accounts. So here's a list of accounts. Basically, you press this here, you write your account, you place your starting balance. And you're just going to cancel that out. And then you have your transactions here. And then here you have your reports. So we're going to start, you get daily reports. So if you're doing a daily zero spend, you could actually see what you spend daily. If you're doing a weekly spend, You can see what you spend weekly. If you want to see what you spend monthly, like very quickly, you can see it as well. And then it gives you a net worth, as you can see. And I was going to place icons for each, but I decided I think it was better to just keep it more private and just make it simple. So if you're anywhere public, it doesn't call too much attention, and you can see your net worth right away in a small font, but it's slightly different color, so you can see what it is your net worth is. So then on the menu, you have another list of links. So here we're going to go over to the budget section. So this is how I would budget. And I use this app to budget my finances. And I'll just explain to you quickly what it is. So over here is savings. This is the category. And in this part, it tells you how much you've actually want to save. So you do that every week. For the week, for example, this week will be 31 and the previous was 30. So the goal is to save 50. So over here in this example, the person did actually save $50, and it shows that they have no more money left and they're not in a negative. So if we scroll down over here, the goal was to spend $20 on commuting, but they spent 41. So you went over your budget by $41. The same thing with groceries. When I go over to transaction, I'm going to place a transaction in, and it's going to be from TD checking. I'm going to say it's MTA, like if I'm buying a Metro card. And then the category will be commute. So you can scroll down and you can spell it in, whichever works for you. And the date will be today, which is we'll start the week. Type will be an expense. Transaction is the -20. It doesn't have a check ID and it doesn't have this information here. So we're going to save it, console. Yes. So we're going to see that that already went through. So I will go back here to budget and I will sync it quickly. And as you can see, so actually the date should be tomorrow because this app sheet starts. So actually the date should be tomorrow because the week starts tomorrow on Monday. So let's go back and check that. So as you can see, I had $20 and I wasted $15 and it'll let me know. So then we go to reports and it tells me daily for that day, I spent $33. For the week was 33. For the month was 33 because tomorrow starts the month. And then it gives you a new estimated net worth. So this is how I currently budget, and I really like it. It's really working well for me. I could track my account and I have it all set here, and then I could do everything basically on my phone if I wanted to. I could do my budget and it syncs with my transactions. I also have a sinking fund account. So this is a sample sinking fund, $5,000 for an apartment. And so far the person has saved 100. So every time you put a transaction in and you put the sinking fund information, it will deduct it or it will put it towards there. So showing that it's open. If there were a different one that were closed that was complete, it will show it as closed as a category that was already accomplished. So then we also have reports, income report, and it gives you actually even a percentage. So 94% came from your main wage or your 9-to-5 job or wherever your income comes from. If you have side hustles, it will also come on this report. So it lets you see where your income is coming from on a month-to-month basis. And then you have also an expense report, which is similar to that report and is broken up by the month as well. And plus, let's see what other reports. You get a net worth chart, which lets you see where you're at. So basically, this is how I budget at this time. I'm very happy with it. There is also a Google Sheet that goes with this, So if you're someone that likes to have a Google Sheet with whatever you do, this actually, the information that you put in here goes over to your own personal Google Sheet. And this we have, for example, this is the main dashboard. So as you can see, you get your own personalized dashboard, and I would just show you quickly the transaction. So this is your transaction spreadsheet, and it gives you all the information here. Whatever you placed on the app goes on to here, and it's broken down. And then you get your dashboard. You actually start here, which is tells you your net worth and then your goal. Whatever your goal is, for example, this is the sample net worth, $250,000. This is your actual net worth, and then it tells you what's left over, what you still have to accomplish. And then you place a goal that you're looking to do to become financially independent in 6 months, and that actually goes over to your dashboard. And that goes right over to your dashboard. It gives you an income monthly of what it's incoming to your month, savings, what you saved so far for the month, and this is reflecting the month of July, and then expenses, what you've already expensed, and then over here still it gives you a breakdown, plus you get expenses and net worth. So this is currently how I do my budgeting, and it's working for me. I'm very happy with it. I honestly don't use this desktop that much. I don't use the dashboard too much, or I never use the transactions here. I mainly operate out of the phone, and I'm very happy with it. You could actually do the budget also on the spreadsheet, but I just do everything on the phone. It's easier. Or if I do work on the desktop, I work out of here. You could actually open this on your iPad, on your phone, and it syncs within like 5 seconds. I'm not sure how many it is, but it syncs pretty fast, and I haven't had any crashing issues. Um, so it's pretty good. And this is how I do my budget, and it is available on my Etsy shop. So if you want to check it out and see if it's something that you're interested as well, it is available there. And I will place a link down in the description if you're interested in something like this to help you manage your money. I'm personally very happy with it. I'm like very happy to put it out. I worked on this for a very long time because I wanted to make sure that it worked, that it was correct. And it's been over a year. I've been testing it, updating it, making it better. I did put out a beta version of it, but I wasn't too happy with it. So now it's when I want to really promote it and show it to people, because it's at a point where I'm like very happy with it. And I feel like it's helping me stay on track. And of course, like everyone, sometimes you spend a little bit more on here, over there, but at least it lets me see where I'm at, and it lets me see like all the reports that I get daily basis. I can see what I did daily, or what I'm doing weekly, or how I'm spending monthly. And it just lets me see right off the bat, like immediately I could see, oh, I haven't saved this week, I forgot. Or I got to do the charity. Oh, look, I spent too much on commuting. Like I definitely next week got to change what I'm doing because it's not working. So like I said, there is a link below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Also, do you like will you like a weekly budgeting episode? I was thinking of doing a home stretch episode where like I pay off the last amount of debt I have and I budget that. I'm not sure, but I would like to add more finance, and I definitely want to showcase this more just because I really like it, and I do really want to share it, and I want to see people like use it, and I want to see how it helps them. And I'm very excited, and I would love to see how it helps people budget their money and help them get back on track. Budgeting could be time consuming, and you're sitting there and you're writing it down. I'm personally not a numbers person, so for me, that the fact that it does everything for me makes me very happy. Um, And the fact that I could keep track of everything and see, okay, look at this. I could go back and see I didn't do well. I got to do better. I would love for some of you guys to try it to see how it works for you. And leave your comments below, leave your questions below. And I will see you next time. Bye.